something that shows your starter costs. So under my starter costs, I have, if you're going to do an LLC, you should put the cost, a copyright, if you're going to copyright your stuff, trademark, how much that costs, a web domain. I pay $12 a year for my web domain. I suggest if you think of a name for your business, securing your social media, securing your website name, securing all of those things so that nobody else will take it. A logo, how much will it cost for you to get that? Web design, classes. I personally designed my logo by myself. I designed my website by myself. If you guys would like me to make a website for you guys, comment down below. I have a low fee, so don't even worry about that. Classes, I took a couple of classes to learn about launching my business. That's not necessary. I didn't have to. I just decided to. But I did it with Girl Boss Starter Kit on Instagram. I also have my starter costs for how much the things that I'm going to be selling on my site are going to cost. So I have swim samples equals $80. How much the shipping costs. How much the side things that I want to sell, how much they cost from the wholesaler. Wholesaling, so how much things cost really is up to you. If you want to do really expensive stuff, you can do really expensive stuff. If you want to do less expensive stuff, you can. It really just depends on how much research you are willing to do, because honestly a lot of the expensive stuff is the same as the less expensive stuff. The only difference is you didn't look for it hard enough, to be honest. I have, let's see, I have a page in my notebook dedicated to figuring out how much I'm going to sell my products for. So the 4 things that I would suggest for you to have on here is, okay, so let's say you're selling shoes. You would want to have the selling price, how much you want to sell it for, the unit cost, how much you paid for it, the gross profit that you're going to make off of it, and the profit margin. So the profit margin, the way that you get the profit margin, if you need to rewind this as much as you want, you can. You subtract your unit cost from your selling price to get the gross profit, right? And then you multiply your gross profit by 100 and then divide it by your selling price, and that will give you your profit margin. An average profit margin is about 10%. An amazing, great profit margin is like 20%. So you can aim for 10, but that's, average. We don't really want average. So great is 20%. Another page in my notebook is called Analyzing Competition. So if you're selling shoes, you would want to find someone else who is selling shoes, a high profile shoe seller, and someone who's on the same level as you. So if you're in college, maybe like another girl that you know who's selling shoes, how much she's selling her shoes for, how much the high profile person is selling their shoes for, and then you can decide how much you want to sell your shoes for. Mind you, you do not have to sell it at the same price as the person on your same level profile, because she might want like a fast fashion kind of shoe company and you might want like a high quality luxury shoe company. So you could just set your prices for whatever you feel comfortable and what you feel the work that you put in deserves. But also you would want to keep your audience in mind, because if you want to sell $100 shoes on a college campus, there might be a little bit of a disconnect. But if you want to sell it like at home and you live in PGA and you have like all the rich moms, I get it. So I have a couple of competition written down. I have their prices written down, the ranges of their prices. A girl who goes to my school, a girl who goes to the school, a girl who goes to Florida State, a girl who goes to FAMU. I have both of them written down. And then for my side products that I want to sell, I have people from my school also and from FAMU written down, and their prices. And my prices are based off of their prices, because those are really the people that I'm selling to. I feel like a lot of my audience is going to be college students. So yeah. One of the first things that I had in my notebook is establishing business. So I got my website domain from GoDaddy.com, and I paid like $11, but I have a coupon thing on my computer, and so I've really paid like $7 for a year of owning my domain for my website. And then also I went on all of my social medias and I secured the names that I wanted for my social media. So my social medias right now is Shop Xander on all of my social medias. On Twitter, I think there's an underscore in between. If you guys want to check them out, I'll link them below, definitely. An LLC, which is a limited liability company. I'm going to be an LLC. I personally have not applied for it yet, but that's because I'm waiting for some money to come in and then I'm going to send it in. It's like $100 in Florida. I'm not sure how much it is in other states, but that is to make sure that your company is yours and no one's going to sue you. And if they do sue you, they're suing your company, not you. And so I really need that. That's really important. Some people do not do it and they just launch on social media, which is fine, but I just want to make sure that I'm covered completely. I also have a fictitious name registration, which was $50 in Florida. I got it on sunbiz.com, I'm pretty sure. If you just type in fictitious name registration online for your state, it should pop up. I also have an EIN number. Okay, so I also have an EIN number, which is an employer identification number. You will need this if you are going to sign up your business for a business account at a bank, which I highly suggest. I haven't done it yet because I just haven't needed to yet because I'm not launching right now, but a business account will separate your money from your business's money, and it'll just go straight to your business account. And in order to set up the business account, you'll need an EIN number to show the bank that you have a business. Another thing that comes with starting a business is finding your perfect vendors. This will take a lot of time. Sometimes people want to rush and just buy the first thing that they see. They're just like, this is in my price range, this is what I'm gonna buy. But I went through a lot of vendors and I went through what they're selling. I made sure they have a lot of options for me, so if I get one swimsuit as a sample and I don't like it, I can always go back and find another one because I know that they have more that I like. So you want to have a vendor that responds to you quickly and respectfully and understands that this is a business you're trying to start. You want to have a vendor who is not like gypping you of your money and isn't charging you a lot more than you need to be charged. So compared to other vendors, you want to make sure that their comments from other people and their order reviews are amazing, and you see photos of the people in your product that you want to sell also. So where I found my vendors, you can find vendors on Alibaba, AliExpress, and you can even find them on Instagram. Instagram has a lot of wholesale vendors. You just kind of have to look for like whatever you're selling, wholesale. And you can find some. A girl that I'm subscribed to on YouTube, which is Lex Ego Tati, she went to Florida State. She has a video, which I will link in the cards and down below, where she was giving out a vendors list for free. I'm not sure if she's still giving that out, but I suggest you guys go check it out and see if she is still giving it out. She has an email in her bio, and you guys can message her and see if she can send it to you, and subscribe to her while you're there. So I have my vendor's name written down and what she's sending me and how much it costs and how much was shipping. I have her contact saved. I have it saved on my computer. So I highly suggest once you narrow down your vendors, you write them down in your notebook and write down the contact information. A lot of people have more than one vendor. Like me, I have a vendor for my swimsuits. I have a different vendor for my side pieces that I'm going to sell. I have a different vendor for the stuff that goes with the side pieces I'm going to sell. So you're probably going to have maybe 3 to 4 vendors. Unless you're selling one thing specifically, then you would have one. Another thing that you need to start a business is money. So I had money and I needed money. I also have a credit card. I say that you can start your business with about $500. A credit limit is usually about $700 to $1,000 for a college student, which is me. My credit limit is $750 because I started my credit this year. So eventually they're going to put it up. I don't suggest getting a credit card if you cannot handle it, so don't say that I told you to. But everything costs money. You saw that my fictitious name cost $50. The samples are going to cost money. If you don't know how to make a website, that's going to cost money. So save your money if you're really serious about this. If you want me to make a video on how I launched this business on about $500, let me know and I will let you guys know and make a video for you guys. I have a lot planned for this series. I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited for the launch of Xander, the launch day. I have a lot planned. The launch party, the launch vlogs, the launch everything. So I'm so excited for you guys to join me on this journey. And here's hoping. Here's to 2020 not completely sucking.